A young girl falls asleep with her phone under her pillow, and what happens next will shock you. The story begins when a 14-year-old girl named Leah falls asleep with her phone under her pillow. Yet her mother always told her not to fall asleep with her phone under her pillow, as it could be very dangerous for her health. Her mother used to tell her that it could make her ill because of the waves produced by the phone, and that even her brain could be affected. But every time her mother warned her, the teenager didn't listen and got angry. But one day, after a particularly long and tiring day at school, Leah arrived home feeling completely exhausted. She could barely keep her eyes open and went straight to her bedroom, seeking the comfort of her bed. Leah put her phone on charge under her pillow and immediately fell asleep. However, in the middle of the night, Leah's mother heard a loud crash coming from Leah's room. This woke her up with a start, and she was now in a cold sweat. She panicked and rushed into Leah's room, where she discovered something that will shock you. Follow me and find out what happened next in part 2. A young girl falls asleep with her phone under her pillow, and what happens next will shock you a lot. Part 2. As I told you in part 1, Aile was a 14-year-old teenager who used to fall asleep with her phone under her pillow. But her mother thought that the waves might give her cancer, and worse still, that the waves might fry her brain. So she often warned Aile about it. Aile didn't like it when her mother warned her like this, but she tried to avoid it all the same. Then one day on her way home from a day at school when she'd had a big test, she was exhausted. So she kissed her mother, went straight to her room, and went to bed with her phone charging under her pillow. But as her mother slept, she suddenly heard a thud in the middle of the night and woke up in a cold sweat. She became very frightened and rushed into Aile's room. And when she opened the door, she was stunned to discover that the telephone had exploded and that it was covered in blood, and Aile's skull was cracked open. Aile's mother then took him to the emergency room, where the doctors did everything they could during hours of surgery. But it wasn't enough, and unfortunately, Aile died.